In what seems like the blink of an eye, the hills surrounding Hearst Castle turn from green to gold in late spring. It's a sure sign of changes ahead. The animals that were born in the springtime are rapidly growing and learning. On this road they will face all sorts of challenges. But this little slice of California is a sanctuary for them, cushioning their travel. Although the castle hilltop remains colorful and lush due to dedicated tending, the nearby hills are becoming tinder dry. Access to water becomes increasingly critical to the animals in summer, but fortunately fountains and pools abound at Hearst Castle. Water comes from springs on Pine Mountain, about 5 miles away, at an elevation 1,000 feet higher than the hilltop itself. It's a gravity flow system that has provided water to the hilltop for about 100 years. A variety of birds enjoy the abundance of water on the hilltop. Sometimes a complete submersion is in order. The band-tailed pigeons choose a particular fountain on the west side of the estate where they regularly drink and bathe with their companions. And of course, having a view at the same time is just icing on the cake. These large birds were once hunted almost to extinction, but now are quite common along the California coast. Pigeons are not the only ones preparing their wings for flight. Turkey vultures gather on tree branches to preen and to stretch before launching into the air. Then they use the thermals, columns of rising air, to gain elevation while rarely flapping their wings. From those heights, vultures scavenge for carrion, providing a valuable service to all of us who live below. In summertime, we say goodbye to migratory birds, including the brewer's blackbirds and the hooded orioles. We look forward to seeing them next spring. And in the meantime, year-round, we frequently see quail, hummingbirds, woodpeckers, scrub jays, Steller's jays, spotted towhees, phoebes, robins, dark-eyed juncos, sparrows, and many more. Although most of the birds on the hilltop have fledged by summertime, a flycatcher was an exception this year. One of the guides at Hearst Castle, with a keen eye, noticed that a small bird had taken over an abandoned barn swallow's nest near the indoor Roman pool. The bird was spending long periods of time in that nest, and it wasn't long before 3 chicks hatched. Once outside the nest, the vulnerable chicks found a place to wait, while Mother Bird went off in search of food. Many animals enjoy citrus that abounds on the hilltop year-round. The gray fox climbs an orange tree to find the freshest fruit, while the jays usually dine on solid ground. In William Randolph Hearst's day, there were about a dozen different types of citrus thriving on the hilltop, including lemons, grapefruit, tangerines, oranges, and calamondins. In August and September, the jays and woodpeckers forage together in the coast live oak trees that are overflowing with acorns this time of year. The importance of these trees to the survival of many different animals cannot be overstated. And in a kind of partnership, the jays will stash many of these acorns, and in so doing plant new forests. They won't need anywhere near the acorns they stash, so in the right conditions, the remainder could sprout after winter rains. This Steller's jay chips away at his acorn until it's just the right size to eat. But these jays can also swallow acorns whole and save them in their throats. Later they will expel them and add them to their stashes, ensuring a food supply in winter. To William Hearst, the oak trees abounding on the hilltop were of such importance that several times he directed his architect, Julia Morgan, to have mature oak trees moved, not cut down, to make way for new construction. To move an oak tree was a monumental and very expensive operation. Hearst's vision for the estate changed over many years of construction, but never his love for the coast live oaks. Squirrels also frequent these oak trees, hiding the acorns they collect in caches, which they locate later by scent. To dodge the summertime heat, squirrels sometimes find shaded patches of pavement or stone, where they can lie flat upon the coolness. What a few short months ago were small, playful kit foxes are by summertime capable, active juveniles. They spend much of their time getting to know the hills and hollows of their mountain home, and after watching Mother, they try out new hunting techniques. A treat awaits them in mid-August when the Canary Island date palms start to drop their abundant crop, and the foxes enjoy this enrichment to their diet. As part of her routine, Mother Fox checks her kits from head to toe, at least as much as they will allow. And just as they learn to hunt, they also find ways to relax. Sometimes the best way to recuperate after a busy night of hunting is just to enjoy a moment in the sunny garden. Barbary sheep, descendants of the original herd in William Hearst's zoo from the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, are occasionally seen from the access road to the castle in the summertime. The females can give birth twice a year, so we often see mothers with their young ones. The young Barbary sheep quickly learn to keep up with the herd. Zebras, also zoo descendants, come to the fields near the coast, just south of the entrance to the castle, to enjoy the cooling breezes from the ocean. Just like people, they flock in summertime to cooler temperatures along the coast. One of their simple pleasures is to rub against the thick wires that attach to utility poles, ridding themselves of pesky insects at the same time. The young zebras still stick close to their relatives, learning their habits and their ways as they become important members of the herd. As the days shorten in September, it becomes clear that the easy days of summer are numbered. No doubt challenges lie ahead, a few surprises, but also opportunities. The most experienced of the bunch leads the way, because, as the young ones will learn soon enough, one thing that life guarantees is change.